Thank you, Mataji. Thank you, Lokabandhu Prabhu. Thank you so much. You said the right context. Hare Krishna. So welcome all of you to this Throwback Thursday, 10th of December 2020. And I didn't know when I had to speak. Somehow we didn't get speakers. And I thought, okay, we should not stop this Throwback Thursday. And hence I thought, okay, let me just share some of the sweet pastimes. So, but just want to say that whatever I actually tried to corroborate whatever I say, because there are many things, unlike what many of the disciples and secretaries do, they write down. So I never wrote down many things. So before I speak, but when you speak on such a forum, you have to corroborate with something. So actually I search for my emails, I search for my conversations. So whichever I have a written thing, I will say that. In some cases where I don't have a written thing and I remember, I will let you know that this is what I remember. So like I have 4 defects, glaringly. So if I forget, please forgive, and I hope Guru Maharaj will forgive. So let us start up with Gurudev's Pranam Mantra. Nama Om Vishnu Padaya Krishna Preshthaya Bhutale Srimati Jaya Pataka Swami Niti Namini Namo Acharya Padaya Nitai Kripa Pradayani Gaur Katha Dhamadhaya Nagar Gramatarini Nama Om Vishnu Padaya Krishna Prashaya Bhutale Srimati Bhakti Vedanta Swami Niti Namini Namaste Saraswati Devi Gaurvani Pracharini Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Paschatya Deshatarini Jai Sri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Sri Advaita Gadadhar Sivasadi Gaur Bhaktavinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram 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 Hare Hare Vanchakalpatarubhyascha kripa sindhubhya eva cha patitanam pavanebhyo vaishnavebhyo namo namah. Requesting for all of your blessings that whatever I speak, it is only for the glorification of Guru Maharaj and nothing else. And I hope it helps you all in increasing your faith, in increasing your love, in increasing your commitment towards Guru Maharaj. So, I'm basically see there are a lot of interactions which each one of us have, but what I'm going to stress is actually the poster said 2010, 2011, but it's actually 2009 and 2010 is what we are speaking on. So this is December 3, 2009, when Guru Maharaj actually flew out to Los Angeles for his treatment in High Hopes Rehabilitation Center. Prior to that, actually, I at that time my service, I was under the care of His Grace Chaitanya Avatari Prabhu, and so we had gone to meet Guru Maharaj in Hyderabad. So you all remember the D-Day of 2008 October, right? So post that, we had got a chance, and at that time there was always a urge to do some Vapu service to Guru Maharaj, and I was thinking that there will not be a better time than this to be of some Vapu service. So we actually, I remember in Hyderabad, at that time Guru Maharaj used to go and they used to take some massage there. Once again, I don't have the data properly for that, but this is what I remember. So me and Chaitanya Avatar Prabhu went, and I think Ruchi Rangada Prabhu was there, Mahavara Prabhu was there. So in a sort of conversation, that was when Guru Maharaj was taking a massage. Chaitanya Avatar Prabhu mentioned that Anadi would like to be in your personal service, because during our conversation we had discussed that. So yeah, it was just said because I had expressed my desire, and Chaitanya Avatar Prabhu said that. So desire was the first thing. I think this may have happened somewhere in 2009, maybe. We'll have to go and check from Mahavara Prabhu or something. It could have happened August, September or something of that kind when Hyderabad treatment was going on. So then we used to go for different kinds of treatment. And then Mahavara Prabhu also heard. At the time, I was actually working with a multinational called Target. It's a 360 stored chain in the US. So then I think they shifted to Chennai, and in Chennai again over the weekend we traveled again, and there are some statements which Guru Maharaj said in Hyderabad. I think I'll keep it to myself. But in Chennai, when we reached there, so Chennai, it was like a trial period. So Chennai, it was a big house. I remember Guru Maharaj used to be in the down. I forget which area was that. Maybe if someone from Chennai is there can say. But the servants used to stay in the first floor. I think Guru Maharaj's side room was where Mahavara Prabhu and Achyutanand Prabhu used to stay. Our others used to stay. So the first thing which we got as a, so when I was there for the weekend, and I remember my first instruction from Ruchi Rangada Prabhu. So he knew that I had come for service. So he said, Anadi, and that always rings in the ears. He says, if you have come for service, so that your photo can be clicked side of Guru Maharaj, then don't do this service, just go off. Don't stay here because your photos have to be clicked. And that stayed as a very important instruction. Um, though at certain point of time, I also started thinking that maybe should have treasured some of those memories, but never ever took never ever went out of that instruction for the little amount of time when we could do some service to, when I could do some service for Guru Maharaj. So that was a trial weekend, and it was such that whatever service was said, I tried to do to the best of my ability. Then suddenly, um, I think somewhere around November or something, got a mail from Maharaj Prabhu saying that actually I had a visa. I had a US visa, so sometimes those are held. So I had a B1, B2 visa, and Guru Maharaj was traveling to Los Angeles, and we had put in the request, and just things fell in place, and the secretaries didn't have, not all of them had uh, visas to travel to US. So that went in our favor, and just I just think that just a desire and the blessings from Guru Maharaj um, fructified in getting that service, and I was told that I have to travel with Guru Maharaj. So already Guru Maharaj travel was already planned, given that he could not travel long route. So I think he traveled through Kuala Lumpur, um, and then I think what else was there? Yeah, it was Hong Kong, Kuala Lumpur, or something of that kind, wherein he made it. There was an 11-hour thing which had to go through, and I'm sure he went through Kuala Lumpur, and then he went through UK and somewhere, and then he reached Los Angeles. I had a direct flight. Now, what happened was Krishna was very merciful to me. I think of that kind. So, during those times or a time before that, once again, I'm just mentioning that my material father um, was suffering. He was suffering from cancer, so his treatment was going on. So everyone in the company knew that my father is suffering from cancer. And I used to take and his treatment was going on in Chennai. So, and Guru Maharaj was also in Chennai. So, whenever we used to go there, we could go to Chennai. And um, now, because I had to travel, so I went and I asked my boss. My boss name was Balaram, and his boss name was Krishna. That was in Target. Pretty interesting. But I went and asked Balaram that I need to take a 3-month sabbatical because I have to be with my dad who is sick and who is traveling to US for treatment. Now, I never spoke a lie to him, but it was not for my material father, it was for my spiritual father. And, and they thought, oh, okay. No one was corroborating any details, but they give. That was particularly Guru Maharaj's mercy. And I think we reached by separate flights. So I reached December 4th, 2009. I reached Los Angeles. And the thing was, I never had a smartphone. I don't know if that time, maybe there was smartphone. That time it was Orkut. Facebook was also not much. And some scraps and others. So I knew that I had to travel. I knew which airlines I have to go. So Mahavara Prabhu knew that. But what happened was I knew where I had to go. It was Vatseka Avenue in Los Angeles. That's where Guru Maharaj will stay. That's what I knew. And I traveled. I have to be very thankful for my material parents also, who were supportive. They came to know just 2-3 days before this. They came to know that I'm traveling, and they were okay. You're traveling for your spiritual master. It's okay. So then we reached Los Angeles. on December 4, 2009. I think Guru Maharaj had reached a couple of hours earlier with his thing. And where we used to stay was so they had sent someone to pick me up, but I never knew who is going to pick me up because we didn't have nowadays like you have those phone and something. So I came out and um, and somehow took a shared cab from your LA airport to the Watsik Avenue. I got that once in Guruma's Mercy because I had never been to LA before that. I had been to the other side of the US. So once we reached there, Guru Maharaj was in room, so went and paid obeisances. And guess how many people were there? It was just, I think, Mahavara Prabhu, Dr. Achyutananda Prabhu. Um, I reached, and there was the cook, Iveshwar Prabhu and Tej Gaurangi Mataji. They used to cook for, I think they're from Serbia or some region of that kind. I forget wherever it is. So they were there. I think later um, Ishwara Puri Prabhu also reached there. Ishwara Puri Maharaj Das. He's from the South America thing. Uh, so first day's experience was that uh, they had arranged very nicely. So I'll show that Prabhu also. Prema Charu Prabhu. He had arranged everything. This apartment was just opposite to the temple. On the first floor, Guru Maharaj was staying. And all of us were there. So I was asked to stay in the um adjacent, we had Brahmachari ashram. So we were given one room there. And um, first thing was whatever they had arranged for Guru Maharaj, Guru Maharaj said that that is some issue was there. I think the sleeping place was below a beam, and Guru Maharaj never sleeps below a beam. So he said, this is not to be done this is not properly. We cannot sleep here. So we had to change the direction of the uh, we had to change the direction of the bed. And when we changed the direction of the bed, Guru Maharaj was very particular that he has to sleep in the east direction. So we somehow arranged and did that. There was a lot of circus. Acharya Narottam Prabhu, who is still in the Los Angeles temple, he also came to serve. So I used to be his, he used to stay in the Brahmachari ashram, so we used to stay nearby. So Acharya Narottam Prabhu, then we have Jagat Jivan Prabhu there in Los Angeles temple. He's the wonderful cook. I'll show you. I took out a video of all of them. And then we had the temple commander, and all of them were there. So somehow it was set and Guru Maharaj took rest. So that was the first experience. So of course, when we went, we paid obeisances. Guru Maharaj saw, and Guru Maharaj asked how I was and how my travel was. Now this is a statement which stayed all across. I will keep mentioning. So anytime we met Guru Maharaj, or rather I met Guru Maharaj, it was always a pre-thought that as soon as I see Guru Maharaj, I'll pay obeisances and I'll ask Guru Maharaj, how is he? But believe me, till date, I think of 9 out of 10 or maybe 10 out of 10 times he has won. He has won in the sense that it's always that he asks how I am. He asks, how are you, Anadi, and how are things? So that is the love and care Guru Maharaj gives out. He's more concerned about us than we. Even before we express, he expresses that out. So the next day morning, it was like, so Guru Maharaj had to go from that place, from Los Angeles to a place called High Hopes Rehabilitation Center, where there were a lot of therapies like walking therapy. You would have seen a photo where Guru Maharaj is walking on the therapy with things tied. There was a locomat machine. There was arm machine where he used to do his arm exercise, then coordination exercise. Then there were exercises for movement of hand. because his hand was, his right hand was shaking. So some occupational theory. And the therapists there were very positive. They have actually 32 years of experience at that time, which was for curing stroke and paralyzed patients. So that was the main therapy from Monday through Thursday, And so Mark was the head of that institute. Mark, his son was also there. We also have a lady called Jenny. I'll see how much I can say about them. So when I started working, actually, I thought maybe one session is not enough, but we'll see how it goes. And he used to practice walking, standing, and etc. Okay, we'll go later to that. First thing is the next day. So we had read, we had heard that whenever you go to Guru Maharaj, you have to pay obeisance. So Guru Maharaj's room was there. There was a room inside. Um, there was the living room. In the living room, adjacent to the in the living room itself, you have a kitchen, and there was a table and a hall. And in the living room, to the left of the living room is Mahavara Prabhu's room, and Dr. Chitananda used to stay there. And you pass to the right side, you have a bathroom, which was Guru Maharaj's bathroom, and you enter inside, and that is Guru Maharaj's room. So every time we used to go in, we used to go and we used to pay obeisances in that room to Guru Maharaj. So we did that, paid obeisances, then again came out, took the lunch or something, and went and did that. So paid obeisances. After we paid 2-3 times obeisances, then Guru Maharaj called us the next day, and Guru Maharaj said, you all don't need to pay obeisances to me every time you come in. Now that was the mercy of Guru Maharaj, he said that I am instructing you all, pay obeisances once in the morning and pay obeisances once in the night before you leave. And you're leaving, ask for forgiveness. And that was the most practical thing which Guru Maharaj means. He's always practical in his instructions. Many may say that, hey, that's against scriptures, you should have done this, but it was not possible. You have a bottle of water, a glass of water, you have some food, some fruits, and every time paying obeisance is going up. It was not very practical for, and Guru Maharaj just gave us that instruction. So so we were very happy. And I have seen many a times, that spiritual masters are very particular that we be in proper Vaishnava attire when we go and see them. Now, I didn't carry a lot of Vaishnava attire. I don't know why, but I didn't carry. I was usually in pant and shirt. Many of you, if you have seen some photos or something, I was usually in pant and shirt, but never ever was I made to feel something vague on that. Why are you like this? So it was more important to serve him. And being the first time that we were doing service so closely, so there was bound to have so many mistakes. There was a lot of mistakes we used to do. So just to tell you about some of the mistakes which I did, was so Guru Maharaj used to come out of his room. So like now also he used to have a slipper inside and a slipper outside. And when we used to go outside, we used to put his shoes. So when I was putting the shoes, I actually put the right shoes in the left leg, left shoes in the right leg. And he allowed me to put for some time. And then he said, don't know why Anadi is putting the shoes on the opposite side. So there was no scolding. It was just fun in which he he just corrected us. And you feel so miserable, but he was so calm and composed and saying us to correct ourselves. And we were learning. And unlike now, now we have 8-hour shift, wherein each 8 hour is manned by 2 devotees. Very planned now they are. So at that time we were not so planned, and Mahavara Prabhu had a lot of work because he used to handle mails, he used to handle, because everyone used to call him. So it was like almost like you wake up and you're there with Guru Maharaj service till Guru Maharaj takes rest. And it was nice. It was very nice. And one more mess which I did, which I remember very, very clearly, is that so Guru Maharaj used to have these measuring cups. In the measuring cups, you you put water, and he everything which he eats or he drinks is measured. So, and Guru Maharaj had two such things. Two such things. One used to stay in his bedroom, and one used to stay in the bathroom. Now, what happened was, while he's having his prasad, he asked for water. I went, I searched, and I brought one one glass of water, and I gave it to Guru Maharaj. So we used to have straw at that time. So we put them out. We put the straw in the mouth, and he takes the water, and he's like, he's doing like this, and he's like, what is that, and what is that? And I remember Mother Sarva Shakti was there, Sarva Shakti Mataji, who came and gave us the who really enlightened us on one of the Thursdays. So she's like, Guru Maharaj was saying, and so it was like, what is he doing? Then suddenly, that for washing you use a bowl for washing his mouth, just brought and kept in front of him, and then he sprinkled out, and it's like Guru Maharaj then. Sarva Mataji asked, what happened, Guru Maharaj? What is that, not good or something? He said, I don't know what's wrong. I asked for water, and Anadi is giving me mouthwash to drink. And I was like, crazy man. I had actually given the mouthwash thing to him. So that was the kind of mess used to do. And he was so accommodative, so accommodative, so accommodative. I can't see, means you can't believe it. There were many incidents, maybe some other day for that, because I couldn't get the timeline for that. But something which I remember, I will state that. So from December 4th onwards, and I think December 8th onwards, we started the therapy. Now the therapy, every day morning, so we used to leave at 7:30. So we leave 7:30 from home, and before that he will take shower and everything. And he made it a point that every day he will go and take darshan of the lordships. Now we used to say, why take darshan of the lordship? Let's go. We come out of the house and the temple is opposite. But he will make sure that he goes and takes darshan. And Guru Maharaj at that point of time had used to wear yoga pants because he has to go and do that therapy. So we'll take him on the wheelchair. So he will have darshan of. First he will go to Rukmini Dwarkadish. He has darshan of Rukmini Dwarkadish, then Jagannath Baldev Subhadramai, Gaurithai, Prabhupada, and then he'll go. And this time will be exactly like they will be doing their Guru Puja. And Guru Maharaj made it a point that every day before he went for anything, he took darshan of the deities. That's a very important practice which he irrespective of how much delayed it is, he will not have his breakfast. The breakfast will be in the vehicle itself, But darshan has to be taken of the deities, and he'll take darshan. And sometimes we are a little bit in a hurry, but he wants to take darshan. He wants to pray to the deities. And when he's praying, you all know, you all have heard, like he prays for every one of us. So he used to pray for the deities, and then we used to come out from there. And when he goes to High Hopes, and every day he will make it a point. So what used to happen is his breakfast will go, and there will be 2 breakfasts or 3 breakfasts for us all also in the vehicle. So Guru Maharaj's breakfast will be cooked by the cook, whoever the cook devotee is, and our breakfast will be packed by Govindas. So they make very nice blueberry halwa. I don't know how many of you have had, but anytime you go to Los Angeles, have that blueberry halwa. I've never had anything so nice from Los Angeles, from Rukmini Dwarkadish Prasad. So they used to pack our prasad. And Guru Maharaj every day will ask if we have packed some prasad for the trainers there. All the trainers. So every day we have to pack something different prasad for him. So he used to make sure. So they used to have some big burgers. I forgot what they used to call, maybe Bhima burger or something. So he will take for Mark, for Jenny, for he will not take for the patients, because patients may have specific and dietary requests, but for the teachers he'll take. Someday he'll take cookies, he will tell what all to do, so that they are always having prasad, and he will ensure that they have prasad every day. And if you don't take prasad, you're gone. So every day there will be prasad. And then lunch, sometimes devotees used to bring it for us and come, and sometimes we used to pack it and take. And when he goes there continuously, he has to do the therapy there, and he will come back. Now, once he comes back every day, many of you would have heard this, but I'll repeat. So once he comes back, so that was it. There was a improvement, in his um, work and others. After he started taking the treatment, there was some improvement, and it was happening. And what happened was, yeah, uh, Mark used to say that you have to always take 4 hours of treatment at least. Mark used to be very, very particular. Mark's statement means, as I remember, it was like Mark will say that you have already given time to, you have lived your life for others. Mark knew how great person Guru Maharaj is. So he said, you have lived your life for others till now. So now if anyone wants time, you say that my time is fixed. You come and meet me this time, and you have an appointment this time, and you should do your gym, you should do your pool exercise. So once a week we used to go for pool exercise, and that's how it was all happening. So it was pretty interesting, it was going on. And he used to make sure. And before that, and every time when we were returning back from high hopes, no, now I was a Target employee, like I said you. So I had this Target ID card, and because I had this Target ID card, so if I go to any Target store, Target is uh, it's a means it's not like the common man store like Walmart. It's a little higher level than that. So good quality of things were there in Target. So Guru Maharaj will say, we'll go to Target store. Guru Maharaj will say that. And we were like, we cannot say anything. Only the day when Mahavara Prabhu is there, he'll say that, Guru Maharaj, no need to go. We are tired. Let us go back home. And he will like, no, let us go and see the store, which store we'll go. He would have figured out which store and what to go, and he'll say, and then we'll go to the store, and then he'll pick up some things and say, Anadi, show your card so that we get the discount. So we used to get a discount for that. Now he had picked up things, what all is needed. He had thought about that, because Christmas was coming, and in Christmas you have to give gifts to everyone. And that was when you all heard about that from Sarva Shakti Mataji. So we had our Christmas party at that time. So actually, before Christmas, Guru Maharaj brought gifts for everyone, and he gave before the Christmas, from December 21st, the therapies were stopped for some time. So everyone was happy. Guru Maharaj was particularly very happy that but before that he gave the gifts. He gave the gifts to the teachers. He gave the gifts to the people, the patients. Now people may think, why is it? But it's like, the nectar of instruction. It's like always giving gifts is one of Vaishnava's quality, and Guru Maharaj was showing that. And on Christmas Day, all of us were given gifts. Actually, I misplaced that. There was a very nice jacket which I got, a green color jacket. Sarva Shakti Mataji played a major role in that. All of us got jackets with BBT written on that. It was a green color jacket. And okay, so this used to go on. But before this thing, what happened was, when he used to come back, weekends he will not do exercise. So Dr. Achyutananda was very strict, and Dr. Achyutananda will say, no, we have to do exercise, because if you don't do exercise over the weekend, means that continuously when he used to do exercise, he used to stand for longer time. I don't know how many of you remember that time they used to say how much time he stands. 4 5 days they put a message that 3 minutes. It was put after a long time, but during that time we used to check almost daily and all of that. So Mark used to say that you have to do. So he will say that you come, you have you take rest, get up and let us do exercise. And Guru Maharaj was like, after 3 days, he said, I want to give class. And it's like, they were like, why you have to give class? You do the exercise now. And he was like, no, I'm a sannyasi, full day I'm taking care of this body. I'm supposed to preach. I will give class. And so every day there will be class. And then he started, and there was no one in the class. Like we feel so bad when there is less people in our class. But Guru Maharaj's class, there were only 2 people. 2 or 3 people maximum we used to sit in the class. At that time, that live thing had not started. I'm saying the first few days, just 2 3 people. But Dr. Achyutananda said, means Prabhu also said that if you don't do exercise, how will it happen? So what will be the solution? Now we are thinking, whatever Achyutananda Prabhu is also saying correct, whatever Guru Maharaj is also saying correct, but what will be the resolution? And specifically for a neophyte like me, it was like, how will we come out of it? And suddenly Guru Maharaj said, there was a kitchen. Many of you have seen, there is a kitchen table. It's a big table there, just outside the kitchen. And Guru Maharaj said, I will stand and give a class so that my standing exercise is done. He was so tired. So in one hand, he will hold that. From behind, either me or Jagatpati used to hold. So maybe if some videos or some photos you will see behind Guru Maharaj, we will be there. And Guru Maharaj will give the class to 2 3 people. And then he will say, if it's there also, then you all put it online. And sometimes I think at the time the Skype thing was there. It was nothing like nowadays Zoom and others. So then people started joining in. But that was the start. Means he said that he never gave up. He found a way out. So Guru Maharaj is like superb. He finds a way out to everything so that he can preach. So that was very interesting. That always stays in my mind as to how he did that. And then post that, December 25. This is a very pretty interesting aspect, little sauce in my life. So December 24th, December 24th, we had December 25th, they said to give a Christmas class in the temple, in Los Angeles temple. So that was good. And that day morning, in one of the churches, one of our god brothers, I'm bad in memory, I forget his name, Prabhu is in Saffron, an American body. Prabhu had arranged for a program in a church. So we had to go to that church. So before going to church, what had happened was Guru Maharaj said he wants to find out what all Prabhupada has said about Christ. So there is a conversation between Father Emmanuel and what is that? Prabhupada. So Guru Maharaj said, let us figure out everything out of that. So there is a god brother of ours called Gauda Chandra Prabhu. Gauda Chandra Prabhu is in the BBT. Why I'm saying you these names are pretty important. Just try to remember. This Gauda Chandra Prabhu was in the BBT. So Guru Maharaj said, find out everything which is there in the folio, which says something about Prabhupada's conversation with Father Emmanuel on Christ. So it was like a 25-page document, and he gave. And Guru Maharaj started hearing that. So whether it be in the bedroom, whether it be in the washroom, we used to read that. And whenever Guru Maharaj will say, highlight certain points. So we used to have a highlighter, we will highlight that. Now what happened was, 24th night happened to be, means, I think 24th also we went out somewhere or something, I don't remember correctly, but that was my night shift. So night before he slept also, he heard that. 25th morning also, he heard that. And so when he heard in the washroom, then he said, okay, whatever is highlighted, put it together and bring it. Now, what had happened was, Guru Maharaj started having his breakfast. And I went and I just took rest for an hour or so. Then Guru Maharaj said, give this. So I took that and went to Gaura Chandra Prabhu. He had a machine and others. So he said, let us collate this because he had this soft copy. And while he was doing, I was little dozing off. So Gaura Chandra Prabhu said, Anadi, you go. I will make this and come off. Now he came off. And Guru Maharaj was in his room. And Guru Maharaj was like, he was there. And I was sitting on a sofa set. And Guru Maharaj was sitting. I think someone else was serving him. It was almost 11 o'clock or something, 11:15. And I was sitting there and talking, maybe to Premcharu Prabhu's wife or someone. We were just talking, discussing something. It was just in front of Guru Maharaj. And Guru Maharaj was like, Anadi, where is the document? And I said, Gaurachandra Prabhu is doing it, he will bring it. So till that time, never ever had seen Guru Maharaj's other side. And that was it. It was like, I won't, it was such, why do you all delegate every work? Did you have so much service that you had to delegate this? Why can't you do it yourself? And on it went, like for 3-4 minutes. Guru Maharaj gave, it's like that gave the understanding that you can only delegate your work if you have more service than anyone else, not that you just delegate your work. When Guru Maharaj, I ran to Gaurachandra Prabhu, and ideally, as he didn't understand how important it was. So what happened was, he said, I'm making the final changes. He had, and also while he was making the final changes, again came back, and Guru Maharaj had the class in the temple. The church one, I think, was in that week and not on that day, if I remember. So Guru Maharaj went to the temple, and Guru Maharaj started, while walking down also on the stair, we used to stay in the stair, first floor, while coming down the stairs also, I got little nice mercy that day. And so December 25th is a red. So then we came down to the temple, and then Guru Maharaj started to give the class with whatever points he remembered. Then Guru Maharaj saw the other side. So we used to sit down there, in Los Angeles temple. Once Guru Maharaj starts, where is the document? And I was like, okay, I ran and I brought and came back. And then again, what happened was, that day evening, we moved from Los Angeles to Laguna Beach temple, So Laguna Beach evening class had to be given. And it was such a bad day to say. I laugh now, but you can't imagine. It was like from black to red I had become that day. And Guru Maharaj was like, when we were in the Laguna Beach, we started off. Mahavara Prabhu said he'll come in the second car. We started off and we went. And when we were going there, Guru Maharaj asked, Anadi, did you bring that document? And I was like, I thought anyway we are done with that class. So I had kept that document properly in Guru Maharaj. Right? Once again, it was like that they understood that none of the services which Guru Maharaj gives has to be delegated. It has to be, if you're delegated, you have to ensure that it is done in time. And Guru Maharaj once again said, you are not at all responsible. You just miss the work and all of that. And Guru Maharaj was never ever so angry at us, but he was making me learn as to how responsible I have to be. Thankfully, I think Prabhu had a phone. I never had a phone. So Achyutananda Prabhu had a phone. He saw my plight and he called Mahavaraha Prabhu. And Mahavaraha Prabhu had not left. So he took that document and he came. By the time we reached Laguna Beach temple, there's Panchtattva there. We entered the temple and we entered the temple. My heart was beating like, before the class starts, let the document read. Just the Jai Radha Madhava got over and Guru Maharaj said these things and Mahavara Prabhu reached with that document. So I was saved that day. So that was one of the interesting things which happened. But other than that, uh, the stay never ever. In fact, one time Guru Maharaj, Mahavara Prabhu did an Easter Gosti between Guru Maharaj and the servants. So Guru Maharaj was sitting on a chair and Achyutananda, me, Gaurnam Prabhu was from Australia, and I think Ishwara Puri Maharaj Prabhu was there. And and then Mahavara Prabhu said, so Guru Maharaj, all of them are doing the personal service for first time. I think Ishwar Puri Maharaj Prabhu may have done earlier, I don't know, but at least me and Gaurnam were doing first time. So if there are any way they can improve, then please suggest them, so Guru Maharaj, that is like the best thing what I can remember. Guru Maharaj actually lifted his shoulders like this, and then Guru Maharaj said, whatever they are doing to the best of their capability. What else should I say? And our Ishtagosti was over. That is mercy of our Guru Maharaj, merciful, so tolerant, so compassionate, so much he tolerates us with these devotees that can't even imagine that, and so January, on January 1st, we had a very nice feast. Some other day I will say about the other pastime, but January we had a very nice feast. And while we were having the feast, we had the Mexican band which came up. The Mexican band came and played. Let me share my screen and show you that. That's pretty nice one. I hope you all like it. It's a 3-minute clip. These are known as mariachis. Mariachis are a type of music which happens in Mexico. Okay. This happened on the first year. Can you all hear?
Yes, Prabhu.
Okay, thank you. I don't know, this got stuck. My internet is playing havoc now. Oh no, this went off. Yes. I hope it plays out. So that is Dr. Achyutananda with those mariachis. And that is us inside the audio for this is inside the room. There is Guru Maharaj sitting there having his prasad. And that is Teja Gaurangi. that was some of the, okay, that's something to lighten you all up. But it was like best times, spending some years. So Jagat Jivan Prabhu made some. So on 31st, Iveshwara made his wonderful item menu for Guru Maharaj. And so there was a competition. I think he made some 14 items or 15 items for Guru Maharaj. The next day, Jagat Jivan Prabhu made 25 items for Guru Maharaj. Everything as per his thing. And it was there was so Jagat Jivan Prabhu won for that feast. So that was like very, very nice, sweet pastimes when Guru Maharaj was there. So then there was a lot of other things which was happening at that time. But suddenly I got a call. My office called up, and there were some issues, so I had to travel back. And so I traveled back to India somewhere in mid-Jan, around Jan 14th, 15th or something. I had to travel back because my office called. And you believe me, after staying for so long with the powerhouse, when you come back, it was like such empty, such void. Um, I can't explain that to you. It was very much feeling a feel of difference because you were 20 Krishna conscious and you come down and it's so messed up. Somewhere in the month of April again, mm, got a mail from Avara Prabhu that we would like you to come back. And but that time was a sabbatical. You cannot ask for a sabbatical again. Somehow on April 7th or something, um, it, actually I put down my papers for Target. So some it was nice. It was a good time, and they were very, very cordial, and they were very happy. I think they were very happy to relieve me also, and I was very happy also. It was a month's time. We tried with some other options, but they wanted someone who had a US visa because the devotees were not getting. And I had a visa. Sometimes material things are so helpful. And so traveled back. And I reached on May 12th, um, 2010 again. So that was pretty interesting. So the first day we entered, that time there was no quarantine period. So once again, so I remember that day very well because I think that was Purushottam month in 2010, Um, yeah, okay, something I have to say you. In between, Radhanath Swami Maharaj came during that time, and Radhanath Swami made a comment. I remember he said that Jayapataka Swami is more concerned about the doctors than the doctors are concerned about him. when he heard that, Guru Maharaj gives prasad, and actually, so sweet. Sometimes you can see that on a YouTube video. Actually, Radhanath Maharaj took Achyutananda Prabhu's head. Achyutananda Prabhu was the doctor who was traveling with us. You can hear his memoirs, or maybe he'll come on our JSSS someday. He took Prabhu's head and put it on the lotus feet of Guru Maharaj. Literally took like this and put it on the head and said, um, he asked, put it on the feet of Guru Maharaj and said, how is he doing? Is he serving you well? And Guru Maharaj never ever said anything that how tough Achyutananda Prabhu used to be as a doctor. So he said he's serving so nicely. And Radhanath Swami said that please have your blessings on him so that he can go back home, back to Godhead, or have your mercy on him and something on that. Anyway, so this Purushottam month thing I'll say, and then maybe we'll wind it up for the day. And so the Purushottam month was the last day. And last day evening, Guru Maharaj was supposed to give the class in the Los Angeles temple. So Guru Maharaj gave the class. And in the class, I think he took the 18.5 verse, which says that acts of charity, penance should not be given up by anyone. So Guru Maharaj gave up of this class, and after he gave the class, so I was hearing. I was standing side. I was sitting side when Guru Maharaj was giving the class, and after he gave the class, he actually said in the class that everyone should contribute to the deity that day, to Rukmini Dwarka. This is Purushottam's last day, so all of you should do. So I was like sitting there, so I was like, Guru Maharaj said, and people are giving. And Guru Maharaj called Anadi. When I came here, and I said, I'm not carrying my wallet, so can you please give me some money so that I can give it to their lordships? And I was like, crazy man. He gave the class to me also, and why didn't I think about it that I should also be contributing? But see, the super merciful Guru Maharaj, he was like engaging me in taking the money, and he took the money from me. I forget how much it was, whether it was $20 or $50 or something. He took that and he put it on the plate. So that is how wonderfully he engages all of us in Krishna's service. Even when we fail, he engages us, and he says it in such a way that we are not hurt at all. So that was something pretty nice. Um, and the next day, actually, he left for Houston. I think May 13th, he left for Houston for 4 days. And because I traveled, they hadn't planned for my ticket. I think he went to Houston, Canada, and later, and he came back. So those 4 days, it was like, once again, what am I doing here in this place? So I was searching about Guru Maharaj's room, and there used to be a lot of books. So that was the time I read the fifth canto of Srimad Bhagavatam. Yeah, I remember that. One interesting thing with Guru Maharaj used to say during that time, because we used to go for complete day, we used to go for this exercise. And we used to come back every day morning when Guru Maharaj wakes up. What was the first thing he used to say? The first thing he used to say was, I am not the body. I am not the body. We were like, he used to repeat that. Literally, he used to repeat that, I'm not the body, I'm not the body. And he used to live on the spiritual platform. I've seen that. And how there was one night experience. I was in the night shift that day, and I was literally sitting, and Guru Maharaj woke up. And Guru Maharaj woke up, and as soon as he woke up, we actually rushed to him because he wanted to pass water. So I think I was there, and Acharya was there, Acharya Narottam. He's a pujari in Los Angeles temple. And Guru Maharaj was like, what is the next line of Bahukoti Chandrajini? And you believe me, I just could not believe, I could not remember the Gaura Arati. Guru Maharaj is saying that at the middle of the night when he was sleeping. We were awake. I was completely awake. But I could not remember the Gaura Arati. And here was Guru Maharaj, who in the middle of the night woke up, and he is in Gaura consciousness. That is our Guru Maharaj. 24 hours Krishna conscious, or rather Gauranga conscious. There is no other thing than that. That was midnight, 12, 1 o'clock. That is something which I don't forget. That is one of the very interesting things. And one more was, okay, I remember one more date which I have written. That is June 3rd, 2010. So that was the first day I used his BlackBerry to type his mail. I was never using I didn't know how to use. I'm very bad in this one. So he's like, please type MDSD, give a comma and a full and a space. I'm like, what is he saying? MDSD, and that's very small in his BlackBerry. That time he had a BlackBerry, and I did MDSD, comma, space. Zoom, it wrote, my dear spiritual daughter. And then the next line he said, PAMB, space. And it became, please accept my blessings. So he had hundreds of shortcuts written in his BlackBerry, and he used to do that. So when people sometimes saying, "Hey, why are you using Pamho? Why are you using this?" So I always remember that Guru Maharaj uses that. Of course, when you type it, it comes full, but he had everything written that way. That is like something pretty interesting for me, which was there. And I think we'll stop here. We'll if you all have any questions or comments, we can take it up. I don't know if I went overboard or something, but it's 9:06. Anyone has any questions or any comments to state?
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji.
Hare Krishna.
I'm so happy to know that you have reached that height and you're with the Guru Maharaj. Really, this is Siddhi Mata. 10 or 12 years before, when I saw you,
Hare Krishna.
those days, and now where you have reached, I'm really very happy.
No, it
When
was
you
his
shared all
mercy.
the experiences, no? No, those days when I
No,
saw you, 10 years before in that in Magdi Road
yes.
temple, the difference now I'm seeing the years. So I'm really very happy
No, no,
to
Mataji,
know all
it
this.
is his.
Really, I'm so
It,
happy that too you have reached there. So close
it
to
is his
Guru Maharaj.
mercy. It is his mercy. Now you
Great.
said this
No, I
closeness.
wanted you. The day I saw you there in this Magdi Road, no, I thought, oh God, what a great person. When you were
Not a great
conducting the
person, Mataji.
programs, when you were conducting the programs, so that thing was there then itself. So today it's there. So close to Guru Maharaj. So nice to know that you're very
But
close to
I'll just tell you, Pastor Mataji, this. I should tell you this, okay? Then you will know how we are. So you saw one Mataji who was saying Gauranga, Gauranga in that video, right? It is Ananda Krishna Mataji, very, very senior God sister. So every time Guru Maharaj used to joke with us when we come. So Ananda Krishna Mataji said, one day she said, "Oh, your personal servants are so close to you, you always joke with them, but you don't joke with us." And you, like you said, me, Mataji, and you know what Guru Maharaj said? Guru Maharaj said, I always remember this. Guru Maharaj said, "Well, Prabhupada said," he started like this, and we are like, "What did Prabhupada say?" Prabhupada said, "The fly which is sitting on the lap of the king is not so much closer than the minister." That actually put us in our position, Mataji. That's my position. So nothing else other than that. So so nothing else than that. We are just like the fly. Somehow got his and I could serve him. And maybe some other will share some other experience.
Thank you so much for sharing all those
Thank you,
beautiful
Mataji.
experiences. Hare
Thank
Krishna.
you, Mataji. Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna. Any questions or anything on the chat?
Hare Krishna, Prabhu.
Hare Krishna, Mataji.
Hare.
Thank you. Okay. I think no one has any questions. So that is good. If you all don't have any questions, then I think we can go with a few more pastimes till 9:15 or 9:20. That's usually we do that. So whoever wants to stay back for a few more pastimes can stay back. Whoever wants to leave can leave. Okay. This is a pretty okay. Okay, someone at least will hear. Okay. Thank you, Achyuta Prabhu. Okay, so this is a very nice pastime again. So Iveshwar Prabhu and Teja Mataji left. They had to leave. And okay, this is pretty nice. Maybe how much potent is Guru Maharaj's blessings. Maybe Iveshwar Prabhu and Teja Mataji should say from their experience, but whatever I saw, I will say you that. So they didn't have a baby for a long time. But in 2010, January 1st, the day we saw this mariachis singing, on that day, morning, Iveshwar Prabhu and Teja Mataji took blessings from Guru Maharaj. they asked for blessings that they can have a progeny. Actually, that year they got they got a baby. So Guru Maharaj blessed that you have, and that was they had the baby. So sorry, Giteshwari Mataji, I didn't know that I was slow. So the other pastime, then Kalindi Mataji came. This pastime you should hear, two pastimes of Kalindi. So Kalindi Mataji is Madhavakanta Prabhu's sister. If you all know Madhavakanta Prabhu, she is married to Urukrama Prabhu, who is Dhanavir Maharaj's disciple. I think he's a Russian body or some other body, but they stay in Ohio, I think. Yeah. So Kalindi Mataji came to cook. That time Kalasudha Mataji came, Kalindi Mataji had Gopal Diti with her. And so one day Guru Maharaj was we came back from the therapy, and Guru Maharaj was went to take rest. He came out, he was very hungry. So he came and he sat in his chair. And that day Kalindi was late. Mataji was late in preparing. So her Gopal used to stay on one side and she used to cook on the other side. So I, in a statement, I mentioned that I some way mentioned Gopal as it. Food is not offered to it or something, I said. And Guru Maharaj saw me. What do you mean, it? He. Gopal is he, not it. That's not a thing, that's he. Gopal is there. I was like, okay. And then, like, because he was very hungry, so we said, so Maharaj Prabhu said, you please have that. So he asked, did you offer it? So Kalindi Mataji said, no, Guru Maharaj. Anyway, Gopal was seeing when I was cooking, you are hungry, you eat. He said, no, offer first. Then I will eat. First let Gopal eat. So that was like, even if he was very hungry, he didn't want to eat without having the prasad. So it was offered to Gopal, and then he had. Now Nrsimha Chaturdashi came during that time. That's a very nice function. So Nrsimha Chaturdashi day, so we asked Guru Maharaj that what should we do, because in Los Angeles temple there is no Nrsimha deity, right? So they only have I think a something made of plaster of Paris who comes out and like a diorama type, and then he goes back. So Guru Maharaj said, you all can have grain prasad, because that was grain prasad was there in the temple. He said, but I am a Mayapur man, so I will have Ekadashi prasad. So Kalindi Mataji had to cook Ekadashi Prasad. And next thing was Dhanavir Maharaj was coming for that day to Mayapur. To Rukmini Dwarkadish, to Los Angeles. So Guru Maharaj came to know that Dhanavir Maharaj is coming, and Dhanavir Maharaj never takes grain prasad. Dhanavir Maharaj only takes Ekadashi prasad. So Guru Maharaj said to Kalindi Mataji that your father-in-law is coming, so you should make very nice Ekadashi preparations. Because Urukrama Prabhu was the son of, spiritual son of Dhanavir Maharaj. So she made a lot of items, Ekadashi items. So then what happened was, the same place where you saw Guru Maharaj was having prasad, in the same hall, that's the hall of, the serving hall of Rukmini Dwarkadish. So others were having grain prasad, and Guru Maharaj was sitting and Dhanavir Maharaj was sitting. And Dhanavir Maharaj was with his personal servant. So we took out the items. So it was Ekadashi items. It was in a hot case. So I was fortunate to serve. So I took out the prasad and I tried to serve Guru Maharaj. And Guru Maharaj is like, first serve Dhanavir Maharaj. So I served Dhanavir Maharaj, the first item. Then both of them. And then second item I took out, I once again, being a personal servant, I was serving Guru Maharaj. And Guru Maharaj was saying, serve Maharaj first. And then to serve Maharaj. And then Dhanavir Maharaj told his personal secretary, See, learn from Jayapataka Maharaj what Vaishnava etiquette is. He is training his servants in Vaishnava etiquette. So that is very, very, very important, which Guru Maharaj always trains us all in how we will respect his God brothers and God sisters specifically, and our senior God brothers and God sisters, his senior disciples. A very other aspect, so that was with Dhanvir Maharaj. That the other thing which happened with one other God brother, that'll be the last pastime of the day. We'll call it a day after that, sorry. So this was a God brother of him. Don't want to name him. Of course, I don't even remember his name, and I don't like to remember his name also. He was a God brother. He came morning 8 o'clock. Yeah. And in that, he came in, and as soon as he came in, he was like, he started, he entered, and Guru Maharaj, as soon as he sees his God brother, he's like, Haribol, he said. He also said Haribol. And then he came, and Guru Maharaj gave him a chair. And you won't believe, from the time I started speaking till now, or maybe 30 minutes or 25 minutes, he was just speaking ill about Guru Maharaj. He was just speaking ill about Guru Maharaj. And Guru Maharaj was listening to him. And Guru Maharaj was, in between that, the prasad, there was, Mahavara Prabhu was in his room. I was there. I think Kalindi Mataji was there, and maybe Mother Sarva Shakti was sitting in the front. And it is like it is said that you should not hear about about anything bad about your Guru Maharaj anytime. If you hear, you should close your ears, or you should fight it out with them, or you should kill them. So, but then you cannot do any of these three because your Guru is listening to him. And he was just listening. And then he turned to the right and said, give him breakfast. And that was like, how can this man be so tolerant? If someone gives us one, uh, he, he was just taking it in, and that Prabhu was just saying, instead, give him the prasad. And he had prasad. And then he left. But that was not it. The heights of this was the next day. The next day, the same Prabhu came back. He came back and he said, Japataka Maharaj, I want $100. You give money to sannyasis, but he was asking, I need $100 because I am doing a video on Srila Prabhupada's trip to South India. So I'm doing everything on that. So you kindly give me. And Guru Maharaj called Mahavaraha, and he called Mahavara Prabhu, and Mahavara Prabhu came to the door. Maybe Mahavara Prabhu can corroborate more on that, but he said, can you give him? Mahavara Prabhu was telling him, Mahavara Prabhu had heard the last year also. Mahavara Prabhu saw Guru Maharaj with a, it was like with a thing that should we give him? This fellow. And Guru Maharaj, he's doing something for Srila Prabhupada, and hence we should give him. And I think he gave that. And on this thing, okay, this money thing, I should say. So every day when we used to go to High Hopes, last one. So when we used to go to High Hopes, Guru Maharaj will ask for money. So he'll say, Mahavaraha, give me some money, give me some dollars. And Mahavara Prabhu will say, why you want, don't go for shopping today, Guru Maharaj. You'll be tired, you please come back. So Guru Maharaj will say, money, Guru Maharaj will ask for money. And we didn't know why it was, Then, after some 3-4 days or 3-4 times, I don't remember how many times, Guru Maharaj said, do you know why I'm asking you money? Because Prabhupada has instructed me that when I go out of house, I should not be empty pocket. I should have money always with me. So in that also he was following Prabhupada's instruction. Guru Maharaj ki jai, Srila Prabhupada's wonderful disciple, victory flag ki jai. Thank you all. Hare Krishna. We'll stop here. There are a lot of things, but we'll hear some other day. Next week, come join in at the same time, 8 p.m. IST. Next week, we have His Grace Haridas Prabhu. He is Guru Maharaj's personal servant from the South Americas. So he has kindly consented. Actually, there were two devotees. He just gave me the name this just an hour back he sent his confirmation. He's now in Chile. He has gone to renew his visa, so he will share about his services. So please join us next week. Hare Krishna. Guru Maharaj ki jai. Thank you all for joining, every one of you.
Hare Krishna. Thank you. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna Mataji. Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna Ankit Prabhu. Thank you Ishwara Parama Prabhu.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji. Thank you, Prabhuji.
Hare Krishna Suryakant
Thank you
Prabhu.
so much, Prabhu.
Hare Krishna
Hare
Prabhu.
Krishna.
Thank you so
Hare
much.
Krishna. Hare Krishna.
Thank you so much.
Hare Krishna,
Hare
Prabhu.
Krishna.
Thank you, Prabhu.
Hare Krishna Prabhu.
Dandavad Pranam. Hare
Hare
Krishna.
Krishna Prabhuji. Thank you very much.
Hare
Hare
Krishna.
Krishna
Jayanda
Prabhu.
Prabhu.
Hare
Hi all.
Krishna.
Raj Kishore Prabhu.
Hare
Thank
Krishna.
you for
Yes,
joining.
Thank you so much.
Hare Krishna.
Krishna.
Rukmini
Thank
Pranam.
Hare Krishna.
Hi God.
Hare
Hare
Krishna
Krishna.
Prabhuji.
Prabhu, thank you for nice pastimes, Prabhu.
Hare Krishna Deepa Mataji. Thank you for joining. Hare
Hare
Krishna.
Krishna Prabhu. Thank you very much, Prabhu.
Thank you Ramachandra Prabhu for joining. Hi God.
Hare Krishna Prabhu.
Hare Krishna. Giteshwari Mataji.
See, when I was asking you who is going to speak for this Thursday, somehow, I mean, mentally I knew that you were the one who is going to speak. You are such a humble person. You never advertise that you are going to do it. Even there, you say it's humble. Really.
No. There are better speakers. So anyways, no one came up, so I thought I'd share.
You
Hare
have better
Krishna.
experience, Prabhu. You better know. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna Prabhu.
Hare Krishna.
How are you, Prabhu?
I'm good. Good to hear from you. Nice to hear you.
Yes, Prabhu.
I hope
After long time, yes.
you're doing good. Yes, we'll call you sometime.
Yes,
Prabhu.
Prabhu.
We hear Nilesh every week,
please
every
come.
day.
Yeah. Please come to our house, Prabhu.
Yeah, sometime for sure. When I come back to Bangalore, Prabhu, I'll be there.
Yeah. Thank
Sure.
you.
Thank you for
Nice
the
talking to you.
invitation. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Karunya Prabhu. Yeah, Hi Bal Brinda. Hare Krishna, Akkama Devi Mataji, Archita Mataji. Hey, Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji. Dandavad
Hare
Pranam.
Krishna, Dandavad Pranam. Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna Prabhu. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. Okay, Hare Krishna, Jyotsna Madhavi Mataji and others. Hi Bal.
Hare Krishna Prabhu. Dandavad Pranam.
Dandavad Pranam Prabhuji. Hey, Subhav Prabhu. Hare Krishna. Thank you for joining, Prabhu. Hare Krishna. Hey, Rupanga Prabhu. Hari Bol. Thank you for joining.
Hare Krishna Prabhu. Hare Krishna.
Hari Bol. Hey, Hari Bol, Nimai. That's good.
Thank you so much. So many
Hari
hidden
Bol.
pastimes are going on.
Hare Krishna. Thank you for joining.
Thank you.
Hare Krishna Prabhu, thank you for nice pastimes. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Raghavendra Prabhu. Hare Krishna. All glories to Guru Maharaj. With your permission, let us stop it here. Hare Krishna.
Krishna Prabhu.
Hari Bol.